This exercise is part of the annual Balikatan activities. It intends to promote interoperability, not just inside the armed forces of the Philippines, but of course working with allied countries like the United States and Japan. So this is a joint and combined training exercise.
Right. But sir, the scenario, the scenario is against a foreign force. We are simulating a foreign force coming to invade and land on our beaches, right?
Yes, sir. We are simulating an exercise that has been part of the pre-planned activities that will not only deal with internal concerns or internal combat, of course, we anticipation of any force that might come from the shore, but not, and I would like to emphasize that it is not directed towards any particular country.
Yes, you could do the follow-up,
All right. Bartolomew. Yes. We noticed that there were unmanned systems being used, drones. Is this part of the preparation that we want to share with the Philippines and how to address threats from the sea, autonomous systems?
Yes, it's a great question. The training that we're conducting as part of Exercise Balikatan is becoming more complex across all domains: air, sea, and the land. And so we have to, in our modernization of our militaries, we look to modernize our capabilities with unmanned systems, not only in the air, but also in the sea. And you got to see that on display today. It's important to note that this is not just a U.S. capability. This is a Philippines capability, Japanese capability. All of our like-minded nations are working towards having more capability that we can use unmanned systems to support our defense and our activities and our training.
Okay, thank you very much. A question coming from Patrick. Around.
Is there any changes to this exercise with Japan now being a direct participant?
The changes specifically related to integrating them into the training. Our countries have been training with the Japanese ground self-defense force for many years, and we've had great training relationships. The change is simply bringing them, the Philippines, AFP, inviting the joint self-defense ground forces and all their forces into the Balikatan exercises. So it just makes us stronger together and truly represent the words of Balikatan shoulder to shoulder.
Thank you very much. Next question will be coming from Taiwan Plus. Yes, sir.
With regards to the unmanned capabilities, what are some of the dangers that you face during this drill? And then can you talk about some of the targets being missed in terms of the shooting? Yeah.
We train often. The reason why we do this training is because it's difficult. It takes a lot of work and coordination and synchronization. And the focus should not be on what you saw, but on the synchronization that was required to execute this, which is incredibly important and incredibly dangerous. The successes we saw were the synchronization of air, Navy, or Air Force, Sea, Navy, and Coast Guard involvement, and then land forces with manned and unmanned systems. That synchronization, that combination goes well beyond just marksmanship. It goes into how we put all these efforts together to orchestrate this military operation, because these military operations, our militaries exercise frequently in a variety of different scenarios and a variety of different locations. This exercise, Balikatan, allows us to train together in very complex, increasingly complex scenarios in which we increase the challenge for our soldiers, our airmen, our Marine, our Coast Guard, and our Navy.
Okay, thank you very much. You could do a
element that we implemented was the very first thing you saw, which the HIMARS. The HIMARS, that rocket was recently fielded to my division, the 25th Infantry Division, as a rocket capability. That capability extends the reach of our forces, and we're training with the Philippine Army and as well as with the Japanese in their rocket capability so we can extend the reach. The second is what you saw also with drones. We have more drones, different types of drones, as well as unmanned surface vessels. So some of what you might not have seen were our surface vessels that were moving out to detect enemy in order to enable fires that we conducted.
Okay, thank you for the follow-up.
Well, first of all, I think we have attained our objective that we will be fighting, training to fight together with the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force, bringing in their equipment. They were able to see how they can interoperate, not this time, not just with American forces, but with the armed forces of the Philippines. And from what you have seen, I think we have done very well, and we have satisfied our objectives.
Okay, can you further comment on that, General?
Yes, absolutely. Amazing work by our Japanese forces. I got to see them out here. 2 days ago, I got to see them fire their tanks in an armored exercise, and watching all the combined exercises coming together with our Japanese forces, longtime allies of the United States, just like the Philippines. It's amazing to see it all come together in this one exercise, and that you all got to witness them, all of our nations working together.
Okay, Colonel, would you like to have a short, how you feel? Yeah?
Okay, actually, it is a very great experience for us. This is the first time to join this exercise. So, again, I'd like to express my great appreciation for you. During this exercise, I believe to make our band, shoulder to shoulder band, strong. We made it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel. Any for last question from the group? I will be entertaining. Yes, yes, please, sir.
Just asking about the significance of this location, area, northwest. We're doing lots of activities in the Luzon Strait. How does it fit into the exercise scenario? How does it relate to the real world?
Well, as you can see, the terrain here in this part of northern Luzon is very appropriate for the exercise that we have just performed. So it allows us to maximize checking our capabilities, our tactics, techniques, and procedures, and that is why this area has been chosen.
I'd
Would you
also
like to add more, sir?
Yes, sir. So this is a training area commonly used by the Philippine Army 5th Infantry Division. So this training area is something we coordinated very closely, not only with Northern Command, but with 5th Infantry Division of the Philippine Army, as we partner regularly with that division. And so we really look to train in the locations where we're invited by the Philippines, and that they bring us in. And the community work that we did to do this, working with local authorities, is incredibly important as we conduct our exercises.
Daytoy adamag, ket isagsagot kada kayo ni Mrs. Aida Ganuti Alexander Tihaway, ken Jasmine Salohalo iti Barangay 20, San Pablo, San Nicolas.